double check that I already put the... No, I didn't! Because I'm smart. We're just gonna grab those, go to the GOZ. God dang, we're already in session 39. We're almost at session 40. What is going on?
It's listed as session 40 for me.
Well, that's because you've been counting session 0, which is fine.
Yeah, which was entirely an actual session, so like...
Yeah. It was in fact 5 hours.
Yeah.
Or like 7? I know it was really long.
It was a really fun session 0.
It was.
Wait, was it 7 hours? It couldn't have been.
It was a really long thing. I just have no record of it because we only started recording after session 1 and beyond.
It's true. The session 0 that was lost to time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which makes it special because, unlike everything else, it's strictly only in our memories.
Haha, you think I have it in my memory.
You think I remember.
You know, you remember? You remember? Remember? You remember? Shay, why did you become really quiet?
Because I switched to my computer.
Yes, but
Okay,
like, you're...
why is your computer, like, 7 hours away from your mic?
Yeah, it's like impossible to hear you. You definitely will come up on the recording.
Also, looking at my notes from session 0/1, and I have the word lickable floors.
And no one will ever know the context.
I mean, it's pretty clear.
Yep, the floors are lickable.
Shay, you
All
gotta
floors
fix your
are
mic.
technically lickable.
I think that's just far away though. Give me a sec. Do your thing, you guys. We're recording or something.
Shay sounds like she's talking over like a bad sci-fi intercom.
Yeah, it sounds like she's doing an
The Shay
announcement on a
system.
flight.
The SS Shay.
Shay, the flight attendant. There's part 1's... Yeah.
I am pretty enough to be a flight attendant.
That's great, but, you know, while you fix your mic, where were we last time? Oh yeah, reality broke. Because an angry thing happened, and Samson did a special, because he's very special.
Yeah.
I am the best at recapping. No one can be a better recapper than me, clearly.
Yeah.
Shush you. You can't lie to my face like that.
Yes, I can.
I don't know whether to be hurt that you admitted to lying to my face, or hurt that you can lie to my face at all.
Neither.
What?
Oh.
Ah! What happened? Why did I yell the bottle? Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, Nim's modus operandi from last time is she's gonna paint the pretty picture.
Yeah.
Shallow was being a cat? That sounds about right. This is the recap you get when my bones ache. So either love it or hate it, one way or another. It's what you got. So yeah, Samson's Samson in more ways than one is front and center for this entire exchange. So Samson, you're good at improving. Walk us in with some roleplay. Also, timekeeper, what time is it?
The storm officially just ended.
Yes, it did.
I want to say about wait just to feather the Kraken.
The Kraken.
And
Man, now I want to make a joke monster called the Crackalacken.
I want to say it's about early morning on the 8th day.
8th day of the trip? Early morning. I thought it would have been closer to the afternoon.
Was it the afternoon?
I...
Oh, yes, you're right, because we had about 20 hours pass between, after we got out of the eye of the storm to when we fought the Kraken and Zanzibar did his big Angie.
Yeah. See,
So that would
teamwork.
probably be around. Yep, so about noon.
Give me one right here. There we go.
Woo!
There we go. Woo! So yeah, walk us in with that excellent RP. While my brain downloads more content.
What the fuck?
I legit thought to say, hey, no swearing.
Well, I mean, Samson just fucking saw Zanzibar turn the fabric of reality into, like, a pane glass window.
Was it the whole
He's...
time doing it special?
Oh my god.
He's kinda...
I can't understand what
Dazed.
she's saying.
Yeah, sure, we have no idea what the hell you're saying. Please fix your mic.
It sounds like you're in a car.
But that car's not in the same room as your microphone.
That any better?
Yes!
Significantly. Now it should be louder.
No.
Good enough.
There's several things you can do on your end to fix that.
Good enough. We can hear you properly.
Yeah. I also said I'm tempted to say no swearing.
That'd be a very Nim thing to do. Just watches the impossible happen, and somebody's like, "What the fuck? Hey, no swearing. Get back."
You have to put a platinum in the swear jar.
Put a flat.
Everyone knows that pirates don't swear. What is this?
Actually, they haven't been.
There's plenty of euphemism happening.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
Very little direct swearing.
We are the pirates that whore on anything, but we never say a swear. That make joke. So Samson's just looking at the thing, looking back, being all, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, he's kind of stunned. He hasn't seen what he knows of reality collapse this hard since Gala smiled.
What did you guys say since the last time we got drunk?
What do you mean? That's reality going back to how it should be.
Yeah.
Nim's doodling this.
Yeah, Nim immediately starts doodling. Yeah, so as you're trying to take it all in, Zanzibar is just holding his hands iron tight, and he's just slowly walking away.
Talk about ringing in the clear waters.
Kel's gonna look at Nim, be like, "You alright?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Nim gives a thumbs up.
Yala is shocked that Nim is Nim.
I genuinely don't know why I wouldn't be.
Ah, rich people.
No, like, this is me. I'm trying to remember what would happen that would freak Nim out.
Reality just broke. Yala's gonna look at some of the pirates around and see how they're doing.
I guess it's
roll
less
perception?
shocking for Nim because Nim literally experiences reality fucking up on the daily.
That is true.
Roll me perception. For
Okay, hold
pirate
on, my
check.
character sheet wasn't open. Percept.
Wasn't.
I'll give it to you. So you're looking around at them, and they equally just look disturbed.
Okay.
Like, no words, no thoughts, head empty. They're just staring at where the event occurred, because that was more than even they're used to.
I can do that.
Add
These are things
advantage.
I can do.
Yeah, roll me Arcana, add advantage. Woo!
Nice advantage.
Yeah.
Thanks, advantage. So then sitting there, she's
Advantage
getting
did
her
its job.
stuff out, she's doing her little doodle, and all of a sudden, all the hairs on the back of her neck kind of just stand on end, and she feels a very pure magic start to envelop the area, and just as suddenly, your world just goes monochrome. Complete black and white.
Okay.
Sound, smell, color, all your senses except monochrome sight just stop working.
How am I
you-
supposed to live, laugh, love in these conditions?
You are
You're Nim.
No, but okay, so you have to understand, I picture Nim as like in the middle of like full on shading with oil pastels right now. And
That
like
is a
now
good
it's
point.
monochrome. And she's like,
Shit.
it's like your art program crashing and you're sketching on pen and paper and it sets on fire.
basically,
Hella can finish it for you.
Hyala and
Nim has to invent the black and white cartoon.
Hyala and Samson, and well, everybody else experience the same distortion. But, you know, Nim's the most magical, so she got the preamble.
So everything's black and white, and we have no other senses.
Pretty much, yeah. Sound's gone offline. Even touch feels like it's offline.
like pins and needles without the hurt.
Yeah.
Cool, I can stab myself in the leg and feel nothing.
What
I
Hyala's
drink
always wanted
And try to feel nothing.
So what's-
Nim's going through a few emotions.
Can I
right now.
taste liquor?
You try and take a shot of liquor?
Yeah, to calm his nerves.
Alright.
That tastes like nothing.
You fumble around for the bottle, which is hard when you can't actually feel your grip on a bottle. So you're kind of using your eyes to guide yourself, and you're pouring it into your mouth, and you don't feel it going into your mouth. It's a very weird experience.
Hyala's gonna drop into a crouch and go over here, with like her back to the wall of the boat.
Samson, roll me perception. You're on edge. Do it at advantage.
Hey, alright. Yeah, he's definitely on edge.
I mean, that is what happens when all of the
God.
senses go
Oh
away.
my god.
That's a double natty!
I literally went from sensing the entire universe to losing all of it at once. I'm so glad I waited 8 hours for this.
So, Susan, you're starting to have a bit of a panic attack. You know, take that out of your will. Shala, you're our backup for when he's spectacular. Roll perception. Advantage. You're also nervous. Don't roll 2 ones.
There
I
are
like how
technically
you did
2 ones.
one feather than you did last time.
Well, no, I have advantage now.
Yeah, but you did one feather on
Oh
both.
god, both
Oh,
rolls
true.
are exact. She went 12-20 and now it's 13-21. Oh god. So now, yeah,
I
you're
mean, at
looking
least
ar-
it's not 2-2.
Yeah.
So you're looking around and you just see Zanzibar crouched down with his hand pressed into the deck. And you see him just look over to his right. Do you follow his line of sight?
Sure.
So you look out and up, and you just see an entity floating in the air.
Itself.
It's... They're just as monochrome as everything else you see. But they're just wearing thin trappings, floating gently beneath their feet.
They're just in their 90s.
I guess you could call it that if you want. Thin
Yo,
silk
get
fabric
dressed.
dangles from their arms, with a brilliant glowing ring floating above their head. A long horn-like instrument sits in one of their hands as they look around slowly. As the entity turns your head, you see it has no eyes, and only for but a thin line of a mouth. You know not what this creature is. You were about to say thoughts?
I'm thinking. Can I tell if they seem hostile or if they even seem to notice us?
Well, they're certainly looking around a lot. So, you venture that they probably don't know you're there, considering as you're looking at them, they're scanning over where they should definitely see you, and they just keep looking around, as if there's just nothing.
If I take a step this way, do they do anything different?
Nope.
Okay. Can Kiala grab Nim and then run over to Samson?
Yeah,
she's
you can.
like-
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Let's go.
Come on, Nim.
Mom mode again. Nim just flips over the side of the boat.
Man, I wish we had previously discussed Nim's shopping trip and Kiala could be like, hey, now seems like a good time, let's go. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. But yeah, she's
It'll take like a
gonna...
full minute to do. And I also don't think casting magic right now is a solid idea.
Well, it also might not work if you can't talk.
Yeah, some other components definitely wouldn't work.
Get that. Alright, so...
The only
She's gonna look
component I
between
need
the
is
two of
gun.
You don't know that they're there, sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, Samson is freaking out, and as soon as, like... As soon as, like, Hyala and Nim get close, Samson's just gonna kind of, like, clutch into them, and
Aw.
just... He's fucking freaking out.
Simpson
Is
baby.
that another way of saying a hug?
Yes, but, like, with a sense of urgency.
Emergency.
And also not hugging Nim because he still has the Atom stuff on.
Sorry, I understand. Thanks, bro.
So Samson just starts clutching.
Yeah.
What does Shala do with her charges? Just stand there?
She's probably gonna try and get the other two to, like, kneel along the edge of the boat with, like, herself between wherever they are and these spooky boys, and she's just gonna kind of watch them to see what they do.
Watch the spooky boy.
Yeah.
Samson puts up, like, negative resistance to whatever this would be.
She just, like, picks you up, sets you down, sitting with, like, your back to the boat wall. I'm sure there's a better word for it than that, but words aren't real.
The
Yeah.
boat wall, otherwise known as the ball.
Ball, yeah, that.
See the boat, you see your eye line on the boat start to raise up as the boat just gently settles back down. Visual sight is the only indication this happens, but that movement amongst the water seems to have attracted the attention of your spooky boy, and the horn goes right up to its lips. It points it directly down, and you can visibly see the world shake as a massive concussive blast strikes the ocean and begins splitting the surface.
Oh, it has a horn like the instrument. I thought they had
Yes.
horns.
Yeah, that's why I said a horn like
I gotta
instrument.
rewrite this.
Both.
Yeah, it's a long, like, one note horn thing,
It's a vuvuzela.
basically.
I was thinking of one of those dungaree doos, just
Hungary, dude, you mean
Hell yeah.
didgeridoo.
Yeah, a fucking didgeridoo
Dungaree.
doomsday.
Yeah, woo!
The didgeridoo.
Yeah, so
So-
the ocean is doing plenty of stuff. A massive concussive sphere of invisible Nothing. It's literally just sound, but sound is turned off. The world's on mute. Someone grabbed the remote and just hit mute.
Cool.
And also turned off the color.
Yeah.
Someone's fiddling with the bunny ears.
Visual int. So, the boat's rocking and everything, and as the ocean begins to calm, the entity looks around. Again, nothing seems to be out of place. And just as quickly as they appear, you just watch it slip the horn under its arm, take its hands out, and just clap. And as soon as they were there, they are gone once more.
Clap on?
Clap on. The clap.
Is everything back to normal, or are they just not there?
They're not there. And after about 10 seconds, everything just snaps back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Color comes on. You know, all of a sudden you can hear the sound. You still hear the residual sloshing of some light water on the ocean as the disturbance is finally settling.
So you guys went deaf too, right? That like wasn't just a me thing.
Something certainly happened.
All you hear from Samson is the sound of heavy breathing.
Let's gonna look back.
At this point, you know, look back at him, and even some of the pirates are falling onto the deck. Some are hyperventilating, some are just plain freaking out.
It's almost like someone should do something.
Oh, God, the bot's having a moment. Bot's having one of them moments!
So is Nim just still disturbingly okay?
Again, this is not that weird. She's a bit angry at the monochrome thing, so she's like slightly frowning, but otherwise.
So you could just say yes. Yeah, then
We got you. Nim is weird.
Yella will focus on Samson and be like, Merrymaker?
What the hell is going on?
Let's get a quick pause.
Whatever it is, it's past now.
I'm gonna use watch together, because this bot's gonna drive me absolutely nuts. So, we're gonna take the bot. We're gonna stab it through the bot. Goodbye, Frederick. Perish. Do something good with your life.
No.
Matane.
Open new tab. No illegal copyrighted material.
Oh.
What a shame. There goes my Tuesday plans.
Yeah.
Illegal int.
Going to court?
Only if they can prove it.
Yeah.
There. And now I'm gonna copy the link. Go over here. Over here. Link here. There you go. Have that.
I can't get in watch together without it echoing back. So
Couldn't you just?
She can have the Jade experience.
no, so it has to be like so low that I don't hear it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You get how I have TOZ every single week.
Yeah.
Music and
What else was I doing?
I don't know.
winning.
That.
Samson was comforting. Kiala was comforting Samson.
Anyway, that should be low enough. So, Samson, do your bit. At least I remember you doing a bit while I was fixing the bot.
I wasn't, actually.
Oh.
I said my thing.
But yeah, no. You hear the door.
They freaking.
Oh, among the commotion, you hear the door to Rosebud's cabin just swing open violently. He comes running out. What is the hell going on? You know, the deck balls. She pops up. She's looking like concerned, while the other pirates are freaking out just a bit. One of you was saying something before I had to fix everything. Was it Yeller?
Yella did say something. I don't know.
Samson finished what he was saying, is what Rebel said.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's almost
yeah.
like someone should do something about that.
She was just saying whatever it is, it's gone now.
Ah, yeah.
Hold on a second. Do I...
Own a gun? I don't think you own a gun, but I can change that if you want.
Premise!
Premise!
Do I mean an actual gun? No. I'm gonna get you a fancy water gun.
I wasn't really looking for a gun. I was looking for other thing.
Oh,
knife.
I'm aware.
No, the fruit leather.
Stuff
Gonna
some-
give him a piece to gnaw on.
Just stuff the fruit leather in his gun. Calm down! Calm down!
No, she's going to hand it to him
She's gonna hit him with it.
like a normal person.
Yeah, hit him with it like a normal person.
But yeah, she holds it out. Does he take it?
We'll see.
Tough decisions. Tough decisions. To leather or to fruit?
Yeah, he'll probably take it.
Samson obtains fruit leather. Do you
He's
not?
gonna grip it like really hard before taking a bite.
He's grouping food with force.
Yes. The food is being gripped with force.
Yay.
I did it, you guys. I did the meme. Are you proud of me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
There's a meme?
Duh.
Yeah. There were many memes.
That is true. There are like so many memes. Yeah, Yell's gonna give him a pat on the head too.
Pat Simpson. Yeah, Rosebeard comes over and he's still freaked out because he doesn't know what's going on. So he's just like, what in the name of going on?
Keep your voice down. Everyone's panicked enough.
Why did the sound turn off?
It's almost like someone should do something. What I
Yell's gonna just kind of like gesture with her chin towards the sky. It was just like some strange being came by. Not sure what it was, but I imagine that. And then she gestures over at Zanzibar. He probably knows what's going on.
Rosebeard just turns on his heels just to face Zanzibar, who's just sitting there staring at the floor. What happened? That was a god. But apparently I'm surrounded by people who just little to nothing, which is fine. That was a god. I'm angry. Didn't want him to find us because I didn't feel like getting into a fight with Azazel right now. So, I just did the same thing she can do, pointing back at Yella, but to my abilities. Put us in between reality so that we wouldn't get seen. Now, if everyone's done having a freak out, I would like some me time.
while standing in the middle of the deck.
Oh, he's sitting.
No, while sitting in the middle of the deck. I think you latched onto the wrong part of the sentence.
Yeah, he's sitting though.
Ah, so down there, nobody can interact with him.
I am in my hidey hole.
I am sitting crisscross applesauce. This means do not disturb.
And do not disturb.
So this dude's just like, oh, we're here. Are we safe? Can we go? Yes, you can go. Oh. Hey lads, the billion are on! We still got work to do! The pirates are just looking at him and they start slowly moving around and getting back to normal. Rosebeard got confirmation everything's okay. Rosebeard's situation is... Rosebeard's conditions put back to normal.
Yellow looks at Samson. Has he eaten the thing yet, or is he still just grabbing it?
He ate it when you, like, handed it to him.
Okay.
But, like, not a lot. Or not quickly.
He took a few little, like, hamster nibbles.
I was thinking rabbit bites. Nim finishes up her drawing, because that's important.
You know
And
you're
then
gonna
we'll look
actually
at
have to
Bella.
draw Nim's drawing to show us, right?
Fuck no.
Fuck
You're
yes.
going to have to.
I'd probably die.
That'd be
Nim's
bad.
gonna finish up and then go. Do you guys want a break?
We should
Damn,
probably take him
alright.
below deck.
You're free.
Dang.
Maybe next time.
It's almost like I don't have choice in the matter.
Wow. It's almost like that thing I said about the coin was true.
Yeah, so Nim will ask, do you guys want a break?
And Yellow will respond again.
Oh,
with,
sorry.
You should probably take him below deck.
Fuck!
Wow.
Nim will ask, do you not want to come too?
I should be alright up here.
Did any not see that? I was expecting some giggles.
I was laughing.
Oh, I
Yeah?
didn't hear you.
Very quiet.
Yeah, because you were too busy shrieking. Like that. But gigglier.
Nim will go. I think I have a slightly better idea. I'm gonna ask Rosebeard if we can borrow his office. Cause less people. Then Nim will. I assume Nim's just been on the railing. She's gonna hop off of it.
Yee.
She's gonna walk over to Rosebeard and ask him to borrow his office.
Alright. Ask away.
Can I borrow your office?
Well, yeah. For what?
I had a brain fart, sorry. To sit on
Personally.
better, obviously. Anyway, so Nim will go, well, Sanson seems a bit spooked. I feel like having him in a smaller room with less people might help. And that's your office?
Oh. You know, that's fair enough.
Gnarly, dude. Thanks.
Sure.
Man, these characters really changed their paradigm. Almost on a, like, almost on a drop of a hat.
Like reality rodeo. Like, I found my inner peace, you know. Gotta surf them waves.
She found her inner child and put it external.
She found her inner monk.
But yeah, then we'll say thank you, and then she's gonna go back. We can take his office. Let's go.
Wreck everything.
Take everything that's not nailed down.
And put it in the other office.
Yeah, the box is in there.
Take everything that's not nailed down and nail it to the ceiling.
Yeah, and the gift box is in there too.
Nail that to the ceiling too.
Yeah, look, go get my arrows.
The party embarks to Rosebeard's office.
Yellow was gonna stay above deck and look for the once again lost golems.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna look around for the golems above deck?
Yeah, once they go off and are safe.
And then we'll say, join us when you're done.
Sure.
Yay.
Yee.
Then we'll take Samson to his office.
You gonna move the token or no?
Yeah, I just don't remember where his office is.
Oh. Well, his
Over
office
that.
is right below the wheelhouse. Hey. Dragging poor and confused Samson along. As he clutches
I'm
Come on,
gonna
poor.
do it now.
as he clutches his lifeline of fruit leather.
And Nim.
He clutches the baby for dear life. Nope. You enter the office. I assume you close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you enter his office. The wonderful smell of rosewood perfumes your nose and lungs.
Samson takes a big old hyperventilating breath of rose perfume.
It looks a bit of a mess because, you know, things were rolling off tables. Because not but a few minutes ago, the boat was being hoisted into the air.
Would you like me to put Samson to sleep for 10 minutes?
That would probably help.
Would taking a nap help?
I don't think I can get some sleep like this.
Don't worry,
Nom,
I can
nom,
help
nom.
with that. Nim's gonna, like, sit you down, I guess, and then catnap you.
Push your finger into his head, be like, sleep.
Samson is asleep.
Samson's armor probably does not let this happen.
It's a
Whoops.
mental. It's a mental.
Is it a mental thing?
Oh yeah.
Hogger.
Speaking of things, before you do that, Samson, roll out D100.
Oh no. I don't like this.
92.
Nim, let's get a translation of the 92.
If you die within the next minute, you immediately come back to life as by the reincarnate spell.
Damn.
Samson's gonna blow his fucking brains out.
No.
Holy crap. Just
That-
scar Nim for life, why don't
Yeah.
you?
Reality can break, but that's too much.
So how much for the next minute?
In the next minute.
Alright. So for the
If
next
you
60
kill him in his
sec-
sleep.
So for the next 60 seconds, Samson could theoretically die and still be in line with Zanzibar's orders. A minute then
Except
he...
no. But also.
Yeah, so Samson...
Oh, wrong one.
Simpson's armor glows and then gives off a little boom while you guys are just while Nim's just setting you down to sit.
Why did you roll a D100?
Oh, that's just because I was hovering over it on accident because, like, I was trying not to click a D20.
Ah. Bip. Bip.
And then Nim robbed Samson.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, take off the armor first.
Yeah,
Do
before
it.
Nim puts you to sleep, you just see your armor give off that familiar glow and pulse that has before meant very bad things.
Samson decidedly doesn't care right now.
He doesn't care. Vroom vroom. And then you put Samson to sleep?
Yeah.
Betty Bye Boob time for Samson. Samson is out like a light?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for 10 minutes. Or
Alright.
until someone wakes him up.
What does Nim do now?
Kill Samson.
I sketched the ocean.
You go back to
I'm waiting
finishing
for
your
Kiala.
drawing?
Huh?
Oh wait, you're starting a new drawing, okay.
Yeah. Waiting for Kiala.
Damn!
Does Shay draw this one? Yeah, no. You could have asked and I would have told you.
In this case, Shay is the die. And
No,
is
Shay's the
sentient
live.
and loaded.
No, Shay has to... all must respect the power of the die.
Except I don't unless I'm winning money.
I don't know. You play very many games of D&D.
Shut up,
You
it's
very
not
much respect the die.
good. Point being, Kiala, what are you doing?
Die.
Not allowed.
Kiala dies.
Oh
No.
no. Kella revives.
Okay.
What the hell doing?
She's looking for the kids.
Oh yeah, roll me... what, investigation we said?
Sure.
You are looking for a thing.
You are searching
Investigate.
for it.
Significantly worse at investigating than the other stuff.
So
Aside from charisma things, because those are always terrible.
you're looking around the upper deck, and you're worrying about where these babies are, and then you remember the last time you had them was when you fell downstairs. Perhaps they are downstairs.
Ooh, downstairs in like the main bunk area.
Yeah, downstairs below the boat, at the very least.
Cool. Just gonna go down there.
And how much of Hyala's motherly instincts are kicking in?
I don't know if it's motherly instincts. Just
No, that
Wants
happened with
to know where
baby
they
Samson
are.
and
Alright,
baby
so
Nim.
roll me another investigation. Normal roll, no advantage, no disadvantage.
Investigation. Nothing would have helped.
Dang. You have trouble locating babies.
Oof.
What does Hyala do now?
Are there other pirates down there?
Yeah, there's the whole
Just gonna-
lower deck crew.
Just gonna ask if any of them have seen them, or if they've seen like inexplicable trails of sand.
Oh yeah, we threw those off hours ago.
No, there doesn't need to be more reasons for Hyala to want to kill these people.
I mean, we've still got some time on the boat.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble dealing with the
Just
reasons.
getting along with them fine. What are you going on about?
Well, if they threw away her children.
They're not her children.
Yeah.
They're her friends. Things.
I'm pretty sure everything's Yala's children.
Not the pirates.
Zanzibar, my boy.
Zanzibar, me bob.
But yeah, no, that's when you see your friend, female rhino, just look at you, give like a grunt of acknowledgement. She just reaches into her clothes and pulls out the babies.
Weird flex, but okay.
She doesn't say much. She's quite
kidnap her.
quiet. But she seems friendly
nod.
enough.
Says thank you.
She nods in return. Gives another grunt and starts hoisting materials over her shoulder and carrying them around.
Do you need a hand with anything?
And she just turns back and goes,
I'm sorry, were you clearing your throat? What'd you say?
Yeah, I'm
Say
glad I'm not the
what?
only one who thought that.
and she just shakes her head.
Okay. Yellow will head back over to the other room.
The gang.
To the office?
Yeah, unless somebody stops her along the way for any reason.
No, they don't. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I just realized your background colors are blue, green, and red. Yeah, Howard joins the room.
Samson's asleep.
Hello.
And you could also get away with murdering him.
It's been over a minute, I guarantee.
It has.
We could
I
always
don't.
get away with murdering
It
you.
has in fact been over a minute.
No, you couldn't.
I'm
Mhm.
going to kill
Stab
you
in
and
the head
make.
right now.
She just
and
starts
you
trying to
would
make a cloak out of Samson. Then he comes back and like, he's like, "Oh, okay, oh, okay." Wanted to add to
Ew.
my wardrobe,
That's-
but sure, fine.
Weird
Come on.
flex, but okay.
I like the spooky, scary AU where Hyala just makes a wardrobe out of people she cares about.
Is just a like weird Black Widow with a Cruella de Vil complex.
Yalla Deville.
Yala de Vil.
That's her. That's
Draw
her
that.
hard to pronounce old language last name, Deville.
Uh,
And that was really hard to pronounce.
Yeah, everybody keeps calling it Devil.
Nim will tell Yala, I put Samson to sleep.
Probably a good idea.
Put the baby to bed.
And then she'll sit next to Nim and watch her draw.
Performance anxiety kicks in.
And then Hyala's at some point gonna chime up and be like, "Did you see what happened? The beings that passed overhead?
Well, the one.
Oh, the thing,
Yeah, the boy.
the spooky boy."
Did Nim?
I don't know. Was Nim paying attention to, you know, the explosion that happened?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
No.
It'd be a very hard to miss thing, honestly. You'd have to be trying not to notice.
You'd have to roll like snake eyes or something.
Nim will go, yeah, there was like some weird guy with a horn.
But the instrument kind, not the kind.
Kind that only weirdos blow on. I say in jest.